Welcome back to the channel. So I have two custom Swiss Army knives that I've just finished up. So I'll be showing you both these tool sets here today, but also want to talk about kind of the difference in the names Spydernox and Dragonox and basically where they came from and what the major difference is. So the term Spydernox is not a term that I coined. It's actually was about even before I started working on Swiss Army knives. And as the name suggests, basically it's a combination of Spyderco and Victorinox to make the term Spydernox. And so basically, a Spydernox is any knife, custom knife, shall I say, with those two combinations. So this is also a Spydernox, but actually we call this a Dragonox. And that's because this does have a Spyderco blade, but more specifically, it has a Spyderco Dragonfly 2 blade. And actually, one of my subscribers here on YouTube recommended the name Dragonox. And so basically taking the name Spyderco Dragonfly, combining that with Victorinox for the name Dragonox, and absolutely loved it, and it's stuck ever since. So basically Dragonox is it's a Spydernox, but it's more specifically one that has the Dragonfly blade. And so just to kind of avoid the confusion there. So this one is a Spyderco. This is the Bird Robin 2 blade, and Spydernox just doesn't sound good. So basically, yeah, we'll stick with just Spydernox. And so I use some other Spyderco blades. I use the Spyderco Ladybug. I use the Spyderco Rhodey blade. But for those, I typically just stick with Spydernox because it doesn't sound as cool as Dragonox. So I don't know, like Ladybug Nox or Rhodey Nox just doesn't quite work. Anyways, so this Bird Robin 2, of course, has been reprofiled. And so what I mean by that is the belly basically of the blade has been removed along with the lower jimping. But the advantage of it is that it now fits next to the secondary tool, basically right where the original blade would go. So this is a Spydernox Compact. So you have the combination tool right here on this side. You see the tools have been acid etched and brass washed. They are nice and dark. They look great. Now the next thing is kind of an issue with the Spydernox is that since this is just a 2-layer, the next layer are the scissors and the nail nick is on the inside. And so the tall shape of the Spyderco blade actually reduces access, or I guess prevents access to that nail nick. But a way to work around that is I use the 93mm scissors, and their nail nick is on the outside, which makes this easily accessible. So you see right here the nail nick on this side. So this has carbon fiber liners, which I think look really great with the brass here. And then of course the scales, these are brass. They got a topographic pattern on them. Now these are made by Meton Boss, actually made in the USA in Boise, Idaho. And so then also it has a zirconium pocket clip here on the back, which just absolutely looks great with the dark tools, having that nice dark pocket clip on these brass scales. Just ties everything in really well, I think. So these are plus scales, which mean it has the tweezers on this side right here. And then on the back you have the pick. Then also you have the ink pen. And here below the corkscrew, you also will find the needle, which can slide out right here. So there's the needle. So the only other tool on this knife here on the back is the parcel hook with this nail file, as you can see right here. And so parcel hook, and that is basically it for this tool. And then so now going to the Dragonox, as I already mentioned, this has a Spyderco Dragonfly 2 blade, which has also been reprofiled to sit next to the secondary tool, which in this case is the small blade. And so it's same concept where the belly of the blade's been removed, it's been resharpened, reshaped, and also the lower jimping has been removed. So I can actually place the Dragonfly blade on a layer of its own so it keeps its original shape, but then of course you won't have anything to go next to the small blade and it has to be removed. All right, so this is a Dragonox Huntsman, and so that means you have the wood saw next, which once again, look how cool these tools look. Nice and dark, got that copper wash on them. All right, and then you'll see the scissors again, but now then with the with the saw layer in between the Spyderco blade and the scissors is actually just enough space to get your thumbnail in there and snag that nail nick. So these are the original 91mm scissors. All right, then for the last layer, this has the can opener, the bottle opener. So in the back you have the corkscrew, you have the parcel hook with no file on it, and then lastly it also has the awl. So the scales are also from Meton Boss, also American made. These are copper plus scales, so same thing, tweezers, pick, ink pen, and then you have the needle right there. And so also this has the Space Gray G10 liners. So I think Space Gray is a very good name for this color. It's something between gray, kind of blue. Anyways, I think it looks really cool. So anyways, that is it for these two. Hopefully that kind of clears the names a bit. Spydernox, Dragonox. These are both Spydernox, but this one right here is a Dragonox, just to be a bit more specific about the blade that is used in it. So that is it for these two custom Swiss Army knives. Let me know what you think about the overall design, the scales, the blades, the names. Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.